Okay, let me get this out of the way. I'm about to show you why Pi Network's domain auction is not the game changer everyone thinks it is. You're about to see why you're being misled, and I'm here to call out the hype. Don't believe everything you hear. Stick with me as I show you the truth, and trust me, you won't want to miss this. The Pi Network has been making waves in the crypto space recently, and with their new domain auction feature, it's safe to say that the hype surrounding it is real. Many in the community are buzzing about the potential impact of this auction, with promises of an innovative approach to bringing value to the network. But while the excitement builds, there's something I've noticed: the elephant in the room that no one seems to be talking about. As someone who's been active in blogging, digital marketing, and the crypto space for years, I've seen trends come and go. I've witnessed projects rise and fall, and I've learned to approach things with a critical eye. This domain auction feature from Pi Network? Well, I've had my reservations. And when I voiced my concerns about the potential pitfalls of this new venture, I was honestly surprised by the backlash. Instead of engaging in a healthy discussion or respecting differing opinions, some in the community resorted to personal attacks, insulting me for speaking out. Now, I'm not new to this space. I've been building and promoting content online for over a decade, and my background in digital marketing has given me a unique perspective on how projects like Pi Network could succeed or falter. My experience in the crypto world has only solidified my understanding of how important it is to question everything, especially when a new feature is introduced with so much hype. But being insulted for simply expressing my concerns has made me even more determined to break down the facts and present a balanced view for everyone to consider. So, if you've been swept up in the excitement of Pi Network's new domain auction and you're wondering whether it's the real deal or just another overhyped feature, stick around. Let's dive into the details and see if this auction could truly be a game changer for Pi Network, or if it's setting us up for disappointment. Pi Network has been touting their Pi domains as a groundbreaking feature that could revolutionize the way we think about web addresses, but after going through the official FAQ, there's one critical point that I'm not seeing many people talk about. When asked whether Pi domains will work outside of the Pi browser, the official answer is a straight no. Pi domains will only work within the Pi browser, and there's no assurance that they will be adopted by major browsers like Chrome, Safari, or Firefox. This might sound like a minor detail, but it's a huge issue that could drastically limit the functionality and appeal of Pi domains. Imagine you've just invested time and money into securing a domain you believe could be the next big thing on the web. You're planning to build your brand or business around this Pi domain, envisioning it being easily accessible to anyone, anywhere. Now, picture this. When you try to share that domain with potential customers or users, they get a roadblock. They're asked to download a specific browser, the Pi browser, just to access your site. Suddenly, what was supposed to be a revolutionary step forward becomes a niche feature with a significant adoption hurdle. For businesses and regular users, this is a massive barrier. We're talking about mainstream adoption being nearly impossible if you need to direct people to a browser that is far from universal. The reality is that most people don't want to go through the hassle of downloading a browser just to access one website. For Pi domains to succeed, they need to work seamlessly on all the major browsers: Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and others. Without that, these domains are essentially trapped within the Pi Network ecosystem, limiting their reach and potential. This fact should raise serious concerns for anyone thinking about jumping on the Pi domains bandwagon. The idea that you could revolutionize the web with a domain no one can easily access is a huge flaw that many are overlooking. So, before you get too excited about the future of Pi domains, remember to consider the limitations that come with them. Are you willing to bet your brand's future on a feature that could end up isolated and impractical for mainstream users? The Pi Network hype is undeniably strong right now, with many users believing that it's the next big thing in the Web 3.0 revolution. Pi Network has positioned itself as a game changer, claiming it will reshape the digital landscape, especially with the launch of Pi domains. The marketing has been nothing short of ambitious, suggesting that Pi Network is set to disrupt the internet as we know it. But when you take a step back and compare Pi domains to traditional, widely accepted .com domains, the picture starts to look a lot less revolutionary. Let's talk about traditional .com domains. These are the backbone of the internet, easily accessible on any browser with no barriers or special requirements. Com domains are universally recognized, trusted, and have been around for decades. They can be used by anyone, anywhere, and their value is widely understood across industries. Businesses, influencers, and individuals rely on com domains for their online presence, and they're not restricted by any niche ecosystem or exclusive platform. Now, let's look at Pi domains. While they may sound exciting on paper, there's a major catch. They only work within the Pi browser, which limits their accessibility to a tiny fraction of the global web user base. No major browsers like Chrome, Firefox, or Safari are currently planning to support Pi domains, and that means Pi domains are basically confined to the Pi network's own ecosystem. In the grand scheme of things, this severely limits their practicality and value in comparison to com domains, which work on every browser, everywhere. Pi Network is marketing itself as a key player in the Web 3.0 revolution, positioning Pi domains as a part of that movement. But let's be honest here, this is not the bold step forward into Web 3.0 that they claim it is. In reality, Pi Network is just another crypto gimmick, relying on the hype of blockchain and Web 3.0 to lure in users. The idea that Pi domains could disrupt traditional domain services is laughable when you consider the roadblocks they face. The vision of Web 3.0 is about decentralization and the removal of intermediaries, but Pi Network is still wrapped up in a closed, self-contained system that doesn't offer the openness and inclusivity that true Web 3.0 technologies strive for. So, while Pi Network continues to tout itself as the future of the internet, the reality is that it's far from being a disruptive force. It's another crypto project riding the wave of hype, but with limited real-world application. Before jumping on the Pi Network bandwagon, it's important to recognize that it's not the Web 3.0 revolution it claims to be, it's just another gimmick that's yet to deliver on its promises. Would you really bet your business on a domain that doesn't even work in all browsers? Imagine this scenario. You've spent time, effort, and even Pi coins to secure a Pi domain for your business, believing it's the next big thing. But here's the catch, it only works in the Pi Network browser. That means every time someone wants to access your website, they'll have to download a special browser just to see it. Let that sink in. Your website will only be accessible to a fraction of the internet's users, limiting your potential reach and visibility. Now, ask yourself, is this something you would want to risk for your business? In today's world, where accessibility and convenience are paramount, locking your business into a closed system is a huge disadvantage. You can't afford to tell customers, hey, please download the Pi browser so you can access our website. Imagine the frustration and confusion that would cause. For any business trying to establish a solid online presence, this is a massive roadblock to mainstream adoption. When you compare this to traditional domains like com, which are universally accessible across every major browser, the value of a Pi domain becomes increasingly questionable. It's like investing in a storefront that's hidden behind a locked door that only a few people have the key to. Sure, Pi Network may be promoting itself as a revolutionary platform, but the reality is, these Pi domains are locked within a browser that no one else is using, at least not yet. So, why would you want to invest your resources into something that's so limited in scope and reach? This is a critical issue that many people overlook when they get swept up in the hype surrounding Pi Network. The idea of owning a Pi domain sounds cool, but when it's so restricted in its accessibility, it becomes a huge liability for anyone serious about building an online presence. In short, don't risk your business on a domain that's locked behind a browser with limited accessibility. The future of your business deserves more than a gamble like that. Pi Network's domain auction is a lot of smoke and mirrors. While it might seem exciting on the surface, it's far from the groundbreaking technology some are making it out to be. So, what's the takeaway? Don't get swept up in the hype. Think critically before jumping in. If you found this video eye-opening, smash that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into Pi Network and other crypto projects. I'm here to bring you the truth, no fluff.